morning and welcome to the 2015-16 school year. I am thrilled to begin my second year as your superintendent of this wonderful district. Convocation Day is the first chance for us to unite as Tiger Nation and to discuss our purpose for being here and our common vision, to prepare students for success in a global economy. So we will begin this morning with our national anthem. Singing for us is Mr. Jesse Lang, our new vocal music teacher at Heights High. Would you please stand and welcome Mr. Lang to the stage?
Good morning. Good morning. This is a song of hope and a symbol of our democratic society and our representative government. Much like our political system, it is best experienced as a participant and not a spectator. This is why I would like to encourage you to lend your voice to this performance of our national anthem. This will enliven your spirit and reaffirm your belief that in this great country of ours, when we work together, we can achieve amazingly beautiful things. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you, Jesse. Now, it is with great pride that I introduce our special guests who are sitting on the stage and in the audience. So starting with our school board members. Our board president, Nancy Pepler, will you please stand so everyone can see you? Our board vice president, Ron Register. Eric Silverman, I know he's out in the cafeteria, probably on his way here, inside. Is Eric inside? Nope, not yet. Cal Zucker. And Eric Coble. So unable to attend with us, but still much deserving of recognition, is our Chief Financial Officer, Scott Gaynor. This is the 14th year in a row that Mr. Gaynor and his finance team has received an Association of School Business Officials Certificate of Excellence in Financial Reporting. Congratulations and kudos to our finance department. Next, our union presidents. Those who are present, please stand. Representing administrators, Dr. Brian Williams. Representing the teachers and early childhood teachers, Mr. Ari Klein. Representing custodians, trades, mechanics, and IT, Gary Kaiserman. Representing secretaries and classified staff, Brenda Watts. I thank you and look forward to working with all of you and establishing a relationship of trust and respect and maintaining that always. Also, our beloved PTA leadership, Valerie Moreland, who serves as co-council president, and Lisa Hunt, who is our PTA secretary. Sorry, thank you. So the PTA Council is an umbrella for all of our PTAs across the district, and they do a great job helping engage and sharing two-way communications throughout the district. We thank you for all that you do. We have several community and elected leaders with us this morning, and we're thrilled to welcome State Representative Janine Boyd. Ms. Boyd is a representative of the 9th District, which includes Cleveland Heights, University Heights, and Shaker Heights. She is a former councilperson for Cleveland Heights and an advocate for our schools and the importance of education. If you can stand, Ms. Boyd. Also with us is Melanie Butler. Melanie Butler is Executive Director of Dress for Success Cleveland, a wonderful nonprofit that provides business attire as well as networking and career building skills to women in need. Ms. Butler. And Bob Ivory. Bob Ivory is the Program Director of Students of Promise. Students of Promise is another terrific Cleveland organization that has helped many of our students with tutoring, mentorship, and life skills development. Mr. Ivory. Next, representing the city of Cleveland this morning, we have Mayor Dennis Wilcox and City Manager Tanisha Briley, who's on her way. And finally, representing the city of University Heights, Mayor Susan Enfeld. So I thank you for being here on the staff welcoming day, and partnerships with our cities are invaluable. South Euclid Mayor Georgine Willow was unavailable to be here, but she sends her best and wishes us a strong start in a successful school year. So it's an honor to introduce our first speaker this morning. This gentleman is a strong supporter of our schools, and he shows it through his actions. He has served on both the Lay Facilities Committee as well as the Facilities Accountability Committee, helping to develop the new plans for our schools and to track our financial accountability. Cleveland Heights Mayor Dennis Wilcox. It's not over here.
Good morning. I should say good morning, Tiger Nation. And as I was coming here, I was thinking there's probably two questions you have. Where did the summer go? And how do I find a parking spot? But we're going to get through this. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity to speak at the Convocation. It's always a pleasure, and I'm always reassured to feel all the enthusiasm in this room and the commitment that you show to our children. I know that there will be challenges this year and the years ahead with the transition from school to school, but I think the good news is I don't think anybody has to move this year. I think that's right anyway. And again, I want to thank you for your dedicated services to educating our children. It is one of the most important jobs in our society and one of the toughest. While I know we have challenges ahead, and especially with all the construction and moving, I know you will be up to the challenge. The city manager, superintendent, and the city and school staffs have been working together even more closely this year in coordinating many activities. I'm pleased that the schools in the city have reached agreement on to use a number of our facilities during this transition, in addition to the Dennison Park soccer and lacrosse field and the ice rink at our community center. We will be having baseball at Forest Hill Field number 4, which is now known as Jim Brennan Field, and basketball practices will be held at our community center. And I'm sure we'll be coordinating many other activities throughout the next few years. I also want to remind you, you're all, as employees of this district, eligible for membership in our community center. And also, if you have an issue or a problem, let us know about it. Let the school staff know about it, and we will try to work with you and resolve it as quickly as possible. I know that the strength of the public schools are critical to the success of our city and to the cities of University Heights and South Euclid as well. To that end, the school board and superintendent and senior staff and our city council, city manager and senior staff meet on a regular basis to review the various issues that we face and try to work out the issues together. These are exciting times in the Heights School District. And while it may seem a little strange to be here at Wiley for the next 2 years as the high school, I think we have an opportunity to do something very special and show the community that we continue to improve as a school district even through these transitions. I wish you the best of luck in this school year and much success. And as I always say, thanks to all of you who live in Cleveland Heights, and to those who don't, why not? Thank you.
You're good. Mm-hmm.
You're good. Thank you, Mayor Wilcox. So here representing University Heights today is Mayor Susan Infeld. Mayor Infeld has been instrumental in helping facilitate the high school majors transition to the University Heights. She has made our students and staff feel welcome in this community. Mayor Infeld has also helped ensure a smooth transition for her residents. For that, we are very thankful. So Mayor Infeld, if you come forth. Give her a hand, please.
Hello, everybody. Probably an exciting day for you, and in some ways a sad day because your summer is ending. I realize, as the daughter of a teacher, that you've been in the buildings, all your buildings already before now, getting your classrooms ready. And as the child of a teacher, I really do feel for you in terms of when you go shopping, you have impromptu parent conferences everywhere you go. I grew up learning how to just step aside when that would happen in the grocery store or whatever, trying to go run around and get whatever else our family needed while my mom had those impromptu conferences. But I really hope that this is a great year for everybody. And for those of you who are here in University Heights working at the high school, welcome to University Heights. I hope that your experience here is fantastic. The building certainly looks very lovely, and so I hope that your classrooms are, just everything that you would want them to be. And I really do appreciate all that you do for the community and for our community's children. You don't have an easy job, and as I've said before, I know this from personal experience. Society and parents have a lot of high expectations in the miracles that you can do, and I really appreciate those miracles. So thank you so much for everything you do. I hope you have a great year, and I hope you have the afternoon off.
Afternoon off. Okay, she put a little plug in there, huh? Okay. Next up is our Teachers Union's President, Ari Klein. Mr. Klein is currently in his 4th year serving as union president. Prior to that, he was the union vice president for 6 years. He has taught math at Heights High since 1988. And he is currently serving on our district strategic planning committee. And he's not only a strong advocate for our teachers, but our students as well. Mr. Klein.
Welcome to the 2015-16 school year in Heights High in University Heights. secretaries, security monitors, cleaners, teachers, psychologists, guidance counselors and social workers, skilled trades, nurses, administrators, community members and leaders, bus drivers, all of us. We are all here together to recommit ourselves to a common purpose of helping cultivate young minds and help develop responsible citizens. We celebrate the start of the new year and all expect great things. Although I know Superintendent Dixon will be presenting the strategic planning work that we are starting, I have my own list of 3 things that I suggest we implement immediately as we start the school year to ensure the success of all our students. Number 1, all lounges. You knew what I was going to say. All lounges in the district should be closed immediately. This will, of course, keep people from complaining and whining, according to His Majesty the Governor. Number 2. We should test our students more and teach less. If it is possible to outdo last year. Number 3, lastly, it will be much more efficient and cost-effective, I'm talking about you, Bob, if no one leaves school to go home at night. I believe that if we set up a common bunk room in each building for our staff, that we might be able to accomplish most of the things we are being asked to do. I am hopeful that if we implement these 3 actions, that all our troubles will go away. But seriously now, even though we have an enormous challenge, both political and practical, there is nowhere else I would rather work than here, side by side with each and every one of you. If you would have asked me when I started my career here 28 years ago, I'm not sure I would have felt the same way. But I have worked with amazing people who care, go beyond expectations, and work so hard for our students. Our school communities support each other and help make great things happen. This year, let's continue to promote the positive things we do and work together through the rough spots. I am hopeful if we are given a chance to focus and work together, that there will be no stopping us. Welcome and have a fantastic year.
Thank you again, Mr. Klein, for supporting the strategic goals that we're going to hear a little bit more about a little later. So before I continue with to begin with the words today, I would like for us to take a moment of silence to remember a person from the Tiger Nation family who passed away, and her services are this morning. So let's take a moment to remember Heights High teacher, Kristen Wingate. Thank you. So this year, 2015-16 school year, will prove to be a time when the district's ambitious plans and dreams begin to move forward and take tangible shape. From major facilities renovations to our new comprehensive 5-year plan for our schools. So beginning where you're now sitting at this very moment, the temporary Heights High, formerly Wiley Middle School, has undergone extensive renovations to accommodate the high school needs, along with the new elevator, new ADA ramps, the new traffic pattern, which the high school teachers really love, the parking and all the safety measures, everything communicated down to the smallest detail in order to make sure that this renovation was a success. We've required additional square footage, so we have the modulars, which are extensions of the classrooms, and it was amazing how many people thought those modulars were going to be those trailers. And when you go through the modulars, you really don't realize that you have actually walked into a mod. Those trailers, they're not these makeshift trailers that people had in their mind, but we can clearly see that they are really nice classroom spaces that are literally extensions from the building. We have the latest technology, including smart boards and Chromebooks, new computer carts. We have a new gymnasium and a new music wing, all here on this campus for our students and our teachers. The rooms are immaculate, and it was amazing if you had been here 3 weeks ago. And to see it today, I am amazed. So I'd like to take a few minutes to just say thank you to our IT staff, our custodians, our trades, and our grounds crew for making this happen. Let's give them a round of applause. So plenty is happening across town on Cedar Road too. Most notably, the Cleveland Heights Science Wing that was originally built in 1960 has been torn down. So if you have a chance to just go by, drive down Cedar Road, it's amazing what's left. So now we're going to see, you can see more where the courtyard is going to be, and it's going to be really open and inviting for everyone. So we're preserving the historic facade of the building, and we're renovating and we're modernizing all of our classrooms and common areas. So I hope you have a chance to go look or either go on the website and you can see all the latest renderings of what that space is going to look like. So as we move forward, we're going to see that demolition will be done by October. And then the foundations and the steel structures will begin after that. So beginning in the spring, you will really see how the new Heights High is going to take shape. Last year, we opened the new state-of-the-art football stadium. So those facilities we still have our football games played there, and our first football game is tonight. So if you have an opportunity, let's come see our Heights Tiger beat those Akron Buchtel Griffs. So that's tonight at the football stadium. And it's a beautiful facility, and we're very proud of that. And this was all part of the district's master facilities plan that we desperately needed to make sure our buildings were renovated as we get ready for our students to come back in 2 years. So the next part of Plan 1, Phase 1, would be our middle school renovations, Roxborough and Monticello. So for this project, we're going to begin meeting with our architects, along with the principals and staff, and really start planning what those middle school facilities will look like. So that would be definitely a fun, because the first phase with the high school was very challenging but fun. So we know that now with the middle schools doing 2 at one time, I'm sure it's going to be additional fun for us. So we know that the community, we had several working groups, and that they really decided to make sure that this facility that we're in now is temporary. And in 2 years, we have our middle school students who will be utilizing this facility. So there will be some additional modifications that will come. So some of the modular units that are here now will go away in 2 years once the high school students leave. So we would actually kind of redesign the campus to accommodate our middle school students. So, next I'd like to share with you the next phase after that, my apologies, is our elementary. So phase 2, after phase 1, we'll begin conversations about phase 2, which would be our elementary schools. So now I'd like to share with you some of our accomplishments this year. And I'm going to, as I call your school names, I want us to give a round of applause to those schools who've done some amazing things this year. So we're proud to say that we now have 2 IB authorized schools in our district. Roxborough Middle School was named International Baccalaureate School for 3 years middle years program. And this program emphasized a rigorous study and focused on providing relevance within a global context. It is a long road to achieve IB status, and we are certainly proud of the Roxborough Mid team, as well as our other schools who are going on that same path. So let's give a round of applause for Roxborough Middle School. And Roxborough teachers, where are you sitting together? Where's Rox Mid? Oh, okay, there's Rox Mid, thank you. So we know that Roxborough Elementary was named an IB school as well, so now we have Roxborough Mid and Roxborough L. Canterbury and Monticello will be our district IB candidate schools for this school year. So we're looking forward to celebrating their journey next year as they begin to finish the work to become IB schools. Also, Canterbury Elementary was named a High Progress School of Honor by the Ohio Department of Education. Based on its 2013 and 14 Ohio School Report Card in math and reading, the Schools of Honor program recognized institutions with a high percentage of students from economic disadvantaged backgrounds that demonstrate sustained progress by all students in reading and math. Only 27 other schools in the entire state earned this distinction. So let's give them another round of applause. So both Boulevard Elementary and Garrity Professional Development School are reaping the benefits of outdoor learning spaces. Boulevard STEM Committee expressed a desire for a place for students to learn about life science all year long. With the help of 50 volunteers, the Learning Garden was created and is certified by the National Wildlife Federation for the native plants that grow there. And over at Garrity, a beautiful outdoor learning garden featuring community garden beds, a hoop house, new trails, and even a Cobb pizza oven are available for students to learn about flora and fauna from a firsthand experience. And if you have an opportunity, please go. You can have a little meeting, bring your family, and actually enjoy the Cobb oven. So let's give a hand to Boulevard and Garrity. The Heights High Auto Tech program received accreditation from the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence. Let's give them a hand to the automotive department. The certification applies to the program and the facility. This means students in the program are eligible to receive the G1 High School Auto Tech certificate. They will also have the requirements to attend a technical college or can directly enter the workforce. And if you also have an opportunity, please go by the Delisle Center and see the new auto tech facility. It is absolutely beautiful. So if you have an opportunity, go check that out. Also in 2014-15 school year, 30 students participated in a College Credit Plus program, completing courses at Tri-C, Cleveland State, Case Western, and Notre Dame. And more than 120 seniors were part of the Real Early College program, simultaneously taking both courses at accelerated high school courses and college courses. So where are the Reals? The teachers are part of the Real program at Heights High. Let's give them a round of applause for that work. And to John Carroll for that partnership. And speaking of the class of 2015, these students earned an impressive $9.3 million in scholarships. So let's give the high school team a round of applause for that work. And they're going to colleges all over the country, including several Ivy League and prestigious technical colleges. So back in February, the fourth Reaching Musical Heights performance was held in the famous Severance Hall in Cleveland. I think I'll never forget that day because it was the same day that I canceled school for a snow day. So I would like to just say thank you to those teachers that texted and called me at 6:30 that morning and asked me what was I thinking and what was I doing. But they all came in that morning and met me at the Board of Education and sat down and came together and said, you know what, we're going to make this work. And boy, did they. They came together, they planned, the transportation team, and we had our buses come pick up students, but it was wonderful, the culminating event that night. So I learned a great lesson about teamwork. Cleveland Heights University Heights teachers will come together when needed for our kids. So I thank all those music teachers, art teachers, what are the music teachers? Will you please stand? I want you to stand to see all of those that came together and met with me and made that happen. A day I'll never forget. Our arts program here in the district continues to flourish as well, as proven by the numerous awards won by our students last year. We had 5 Heights High students receive awards in Ohio 11th District Congressional Arts Competition, including a grand prize winner. Several elementary students saw their work displayed at the Ohio Art Education Association in Case Western Reserve. So again, I want to thank, and let's give a round of applause to all those art teachers who've been working with our students. So this is by no means a cumulative list of the wonderful things that are happening in the district. And as in Tiger Nation, we've just chose a few samplings just to share with you today. We know that there are many other stories, great stories, and many other accomplishments that have happened over the course of the 2014 school year. So let's give everyone else just a round of applause before we transition everything that we did this past school year. So looking ahead, we'll be seeing some program changes, particularly in standardized testing. So we know that Ohio would end our PARCC tests in math and English language arts. The new Ohio-specific test will be developed by American Institute for Research, and you probably used to the terms, the acronym AIR, which has provided our science and social studies tests last year. Students in grades 3 and 8 will still take Ohio state tests in English, math, science, and social studies in the spring. And according to the Ohio Department of Education, assessments will be shorter than those given last year and will be offered during a single test window. Furthermore, the Ohio Achievement, OAA, will no longer be administered. Ohio State tests in grade 3 English language arts replaces the third grade reading OAA and will meet the requirements for the third grade reading guarantee. So we see that there are continuing to be some changes, and unfortunately they're changing all the time. But you know, I want to thank Allison Bird and her team for keeping us updated and being really accessible to those changes as they come. So Allison, thank you in your office. Because testing is not easy and a lot of people don't like it, but as we know, that is something that we have to do. And lastly, we know that there are some changes also to our Ohio teacher evaluation system, and you will get more information from your building principals about what that will look like as we move forward. There have been some meetings with the ARC team, so we'll hear some information in your buildings this afternoon about what to look for with the changes in our OTES. And also there are changes in the OPES as well, so it's just not germane to teachers. There'll be some changes in our principal evaluation as well. Then our comprehensive high school model. So we know we moved away from the small school program. It was not an easy decision by any means, but we believed it was ultimately what worked best for our students. The structure in high school would be different, but students still would have an opportunity to enroll in college courses, participate in a career tech path, and further cultivate their creativity through our robust arts and music programs. Each grade level would have its own principal as well as guidance counselor who will move with the students as they advance through their grade levels. This was a strategic decision made with every confidence that the new program would be conducive to helping our students achieve their very best. So next, I would like to kind of talk about this picture for just a second. And we know that students are our #1 priority. That's why we work in a fabulous district like Cleveland Heights, University Heights. Part of the challenge that we've had is our report card results. And everyone knows that those results are not reflective of the work that we know that our students can, are, and will do. But we have to make sure that we come together and make sure that our students are our #1 priority. So, let's look at our enrollment trends. You see in the last 5 years, our numbers have trended downward. We're losing students. And where are those students going? They're going to charter schools, private schools. Why? We may surmise many things, but we have a good education in Cleveland Heights. And so enrollment is trending downward, but we need to make sure that our students are with us. Because as we lose students, we lose what? Funding, money. And although it was a difficult reality, we did not pass our last levy. So many of the changes and sacrifices that we're having to make this year is because of that. But we're going to bite the bullet, as my mom would say, and we're going to forge ahead and do what's best for students because we know that students are our priority. And that regardless if we're trending down now, that this is not the end, because we can always begin to trend back up and get those students that we know belong in Cleveland Heights back to Cleveland Heights University Heights schools. That's something that we must do. So, in order to get a clear pathway of where we're going and how to get there, we have embarked on the strategic plan. So how many of you guys participated in the strategic plan at any level? Through online surveys, through our committees. Thank you. We even had 2 students who you'll see later are going to come forth that they were even on our strategic plan district committee. But we needed a plan to kind of pull together what is it that we want a Cleveland Heights University Heights student to know and what skills that we wanted to make sure that they had once they left us. And together, for the last 7 months, we put together what we believe is a fantastic plan to get us to that end. We hired a phenomenal consultant, Amy Main Morgenstern, who kept us on track. Oh, she's tough. But she made sure that we had a mission and a vision that worked best for our district and something that we believed in as we move forward. So, Heights 2020, the path to student success. So by 2020, we want to see some progress happening. And so we have 5 goals that I'm going to talk about. And we're going to talk about the new mission. Our vision stayed the same. And we're going to talk about the 5 goals and how we're going to get there. By 2020, we have to see significant growth in our student outcomes And that's the non-negotiable. We have to. It is a sense of urgency that our students achieve and reach the potential that we know that they can. So let's start with our schools provide a challenging and engaging education to prepare all of our students to become responsible citizens and succeed in college and career. That is our new mission statement. And this speaks to, this is what we do. We're going to make sure that our schools are providing a challenging, engaging education. We know our students are coming, our parents are sending us their very, very best. And we know that we can engage them in learning and make sure that they are ready for college and career. But no, it's their choice. Some students may choose a career pathway, or they may choose to go to college. Our job is to make sure that regardless of what pathway they choose, they are ready. We have to do that. Passage, this old tried and true statement that we know and we agree that we should keep it. Because everyone, you should be able to say this with your eyes closed. Passage is what? Preparing all students for success in a global economy. And Cleveland Heights was years ahead with this vision statement, further ahead than most other districts around the state. But what we didn't see was how this vision was being actualized. So that's why we went back to the mission. So if our mission statement that we're challenging and engaging students and making sure that they're responsible citizens and prepared for college and career, then we know that they're ready for success in a global economy. Our core values. Our core values are something that we have to make sure that we believe in as a school district. And this is where we really also took a lot of time to make sure, what do we value? If you are part of Cleveland Heights, University Heights School District, what are those things that we know that are important to us as a school district? So we're deeply committed to educational equity and in providing an excellent education for all of our students in every one of our schools. So we defined what educational equity and excellence education is. So within a culture of trust, trust is important. We have to trust one another. We have to trust one another. As staff members, again, you have to trust one another. That's important. Respect and integrity. You have to respect each other. We believe that those things are important. And educational equity, what does that mean? Addressing policies, practices, programs, personnel, resources required to ensure access to educational opportunity and achievement. During our strategic planning and our data that we captured, many people believe that our schools did not provide equal opportunities for all students. And I know many of you have heard that what school is better than what school. School A is better than school B. And it is hard to change those perceptions of people's minds. And you can give them all the data, you can show them all the resources you're giving to the schools, but in their minds that some schools are better than others. We have to make sure that we're providing an excellent education to all of our students in all of our schools. It doesn't matter what school you attend, you should receive an excellent education. And that means that students have the academic knowledge, social and emotional skills, and extracurricular experiences to succeed as lifelong learners. We're committed to this. We have it defined clearly in our strategic plan. So, within a culture of trust and respect, we're committed to our students. They know they are valued and can achieve. Monday morning, you're going to see a whole lot of smiling faces. They're going to be smiling, and you're probably saying, oh my goodness, they're back. But that's good because many of them have been waiting for Monday morning and anticipating seeing all of their teachers who they know, love, and care about them. And we have to show them that they are valued and they can achieve. You, the teachers, from the bus drivers, when they get on that school bus in the morning, you're welcoming them. You're the first teacher they see. And you're welcoming them with a smile. You're letting them know that it's important that they ride your school bus. And they come to the cafeteria, and they're now going to have hot breakfasts provided by AVI. And we're excited to have AVI with us. But that is important. We're showing our students that they are valued and they can achieve. Diversity, it strengthens us. This is a very diverse community. Very diverse community with a lot of opinions. A lot. That can be good, that can be bad. But for us, how do we make sure that it strengthens us and makes us even a stronger community? We have to show that in all of our schools. Partnerships, collaborations that benefit our students are essential. We now have a partnership coordinator, someone who's going to be strategic in making sure that all of our schools have partners for their buildings. So when businesses want to come to your individual schools, they know what you need, when you need it, and how. And we're going to make sure that we are strategic in providing those resources for you. Responsibility. Each of us is accountable for student success. All of us in this room are accountable for student success, including me. This is our community. And when one child does not succeed, we should have that little feeling in our tummies and say, wow, what did we not do well? But we all have to be held accountable for student success. And finally, stewardship. Community resources are managed wisely. We're fortunate to have a chief financial officer like Scott Gaynor and his assistant, Bob. And if you ever met Bob, Bob knows how to pinch a penny. So if you ever need something, you may want to write a proposal and figure out how you can get it yourself before you take it to Bob. But we try to make sure that we're managing our resources wisely and making sure that our resources are going to benefit our students. So those are our core values. So let's look at goal number 1. So goal number 1, student expectations, proficiency, and mastery. We want at least 90% graduation in 4 years. Right now, we don't have 90% of our students that are graduating. Why is that? And what can we do to make that change? So by 2020, we expect to see 90% of our students graduation rate increase. 90% of our students graduating in 4 years. All students meeting and exceeding state expectations in reading, math, science, and social studies. Now, I know some of us do not, we don't agree with state testing, but that's what the state judges by, how our students perform on our tests. And we have been fortunate in a sense that for our value-added scores, we've gotten A's. So if we're receiving A's with value-added, means that even though our students may be coming to us behind, we are moving those students, but we have to move those students to the mark. We have to. We're judged by those measures and those standards, so we have to meet them. And I know we can because we have qualified and gifted teachers who can make it happen. And ensure all students are engaged in learning and reach full potential for college and career. Again, student engagement in your classrooms is so important. And I've been in plenty of classrooms and I'm amazed at what I see about how students are engaged in learning. from all the technology that I see at Garrity Elementary and students using their iPads and they're transitioning their iPads to a whiteboard. It is fascinating to see those classroom teachers at work. And all throughout the district and all the amazing things that you're doing, that you are engaging students in learning, but how do we bring both together so that we know they're engaging in learning, but those outcomes that they're exceeding or meeting those state standards? We have to make that happen.
I'm sorry, we're going to switch microphones for you.
Okay.
So you just use that one instead.
Okay, can you take this off?
You're cutting off.
Okay. Take a 20-minute commercial break, 20-second break. Okay. You got me off? Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I did not want to hold the mic. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was working. Why you guys didn't say anything if you couldn't hear me? Can you hear me now? Is this better? Okay. Thank you. So, where was I? So, goal 1. So now to talk about goal 1, I'm going to bring up one of our students, Emma Zordan. Emma was a student who sat in on several of our strategic planning meetings and our conversations, and she raised some phenomenal questions about some things that we should be doing in the district to really make sure that our students are engaged in learning. So Emma is a concert master for Heights High Symphony, and she's the president of Tri-Mu Musical Honor Society and a member of National Honor Society. So let's welcome Emma to the stage.
Hi, good morning, Tiger Nation. Thank you for having me here today. You have no idea how terrifying it is to be up here. So to the rest of my peers who are going to speak, good luck to you. As Dr. Dixon introduced me, my name is Emma Zordan, and I am now going to be a senior at Cleveland Heights High School, starting this fall. Yeah. Woo. I started my years in the district in Canterbury Elementary School, then transitioned, yeah, go Canterbury. I then transitioned to Wiley Middle School, and then went to Cleveland Heights High School, and now I'm back at the Wiley campus, but I'm very happy to be here and very excited to see what things we have in store for us this year. Over the last year, I had the privilege and opportunity of serving on the Strategic Planning Committee, along with members of the administration, staff, and community. While I was serving on this community, I provided the student perspective on many of the discussed goals and objectives that you will see here today. The first goal that Dr. Dixon has already addressed talks about the student outcomes, what we are expected to do as a student body, and what we are seen to be proficient and what we're expected to master by the end of our years at Heights. As a student, I'm always expected to perform at a specific level or to reach a certain goal. For many of us who have gone through 3 years of high school, we are very happily looking forward to graduation, which will come our way at the end of this year. As we all want to walk across that stage, receive our diploma, and wear that lovely cap and gown, which look great, black and gold. However, reaching that goal is the hard part in what we have to do. I've gone through 11 years of grade school, and I can tell you it has not been easy, and it's not easy for any one of us students. We love standardized testing, as Mr. Klein so kindly put it, but unfortunately it's something that we will always have to go through, and I don't think it's ever going to really go away soon. I've experienced plenty of it in my years here. While some of us students have proficiently mastered some of the things that they ask us to do, there are others who have not. And it is our goal as students and teachers in this district to push ourselves so that we have 100% of our student body, my peers, mastering or proficient at the levels that they need to be so that we can look good on our report card or on those standardized tests. Let's see. Finally, my thoughts go towards after high school and to college. This is our third objective. I look to pursuing things that might not be taught in high school, but I don't want to take away just the academic aspects of what I've learned here. I want to be able to carve my path past high school. I've been very active in the music program here at Heights. I thank my teachers greatly. I just came back from a 6-week experience in Europe where I traveled all around the country of Germany and played over 15 concerts with a national orchestra that came out of Michigan. Yeah. Thank you. Whether it be college or career, every student should feel ready that their school has prepared them for their future. Overall, I am honored that the Strategic Planning Committee has involved students and given them a voice in the process. I have high hopes and expectations for the future of this district and the Heights 2020 plan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emma. So let's go on to goal 2. Educational approach, equity, empowerment, and opportunity. So the objectives for goal 2 are ensure all staff have high expectations for all students regardless of race, income, ethnicity, and disability. Can you hear me? It's back up. Okay. So we must make sure that we have high expectations for all of our students. And that is so important. We don't want students to feel that they're not welcome in the class, in their classes, and that teachers do not feel that they can achieve. Some of the comments that we've heard from parents and others, it just saddens me to think that we don't believe that every student that comes to our classroom has the potential to learn and do well. We must have high expectations for all of our students. Ensure equitable education and excellence for all learners. We have to ensure that every student, regardless of where they come from, they can excel. And we have to keep telling them that. Because remember, sometimes the things that we tell our students, they may not hear from other places. So if we are consistently telling them that we believe in them, that we care about them, and that they can achieve, those words are lasting. And you see it a lot in the elementary schools. They all have these beautiful posters and these sayings. Those things and those words are important. In our district, technology enhances teaching and learning for success. We know we're living in the times where technology is key. And now we're working that we're putting Chromebooks in our high schools, and we're moving Chromebooks to our middle schools, and we're trying to reestablish and put our iPads in all our elementary schools. So you'll hear some more about that and how we really want our elementary schools and our teachers to have the iPads. And when our students come to middle school and they have those Chromebooks, they don't have to change to a different device once they go to high school. So, with goal 2, I would like to bring up Alicia Brooks. Alicia was selected by the Cleveland Clinic Summer Internship and recently presented her research about that experience to 500 fellow students in the medical profession. So Alicia Brooks, would you please come forward, please?
Good morning, faculty, staff, parents, board members, and Superintendent Dixon. My name is Alicia Brooks, and I will be a freshman here this upcoming school year. A little background about my experience in the district. I started off at Coventry Elementary until its closing, then Roxborough Elementary, finishing 3rd through 5th at Gary. My middle school experience was spent at Wiley and then Montserrat. I've had the great honor to come up here and talk to all of you about the opportunities I've been given while attending Montserrat Middle School. First, I'd like to start off with the club I joined called Minority Student Achievement Network, or MSAN. of this program, the anxiety of how was answered. If I didn't have this program, then I wouldn't know how I was going to accomplish a lifelong career in the medical field. Which brings me to my next opportunity, which is the Cleveland Clinic internship I joined over the summer. This lasted 2 weeks, and we were to construct a research project that dealt with one of the 5 senses. We were also informed of various different types of careers in the medical field, such as pediatricians, pathologists, and my favorite, midwives. Another opportunity that I've been given was going to Columbus to compete for Junior Ohio Model United Nations, or OMUN. We stayed in Columbus for 3 days, and we each were assigned a country and a topic that not only dealt with our country, but others as well. And we came up with a resolution for our topic and debated about it with more than 200 people. And out of all the winners, 3 of us from Monticello, myself included, won an excellent delegate award. This has helped me grow confident with public speaking and making a good argument using facts. My time is limited to speak, but I would also like to add my participation in Future Educators of America, being Student Council Secretary, in the Art Club, and National Junior Honor Society. The opportunities for involvement were endless. I would like to just end off saying equity is very important in education, because everyone isn't given the same opportunities, and you will never know how much someone can actually accomplish. No matter who someone is or their background, when given the same opportunities, they can do just as much as everyone else.
Thank you. Now you see from a student's perspective why Goal 2 is so important. Goal 3. This goal is important because it places a tremendous value on our district's families, community, and partners who are our biggest advocates for our students. So we plan to foster student-parent relationships that support student learning, optimize community assets, expertise to provide wraparound services to improve district results, and improve communications with and among parents, school leaders, teachers, and community partners. We must make sure that we're using every avenue and more avenues that can to reach our parents. And this year, the schools, your principals are going to have Twitter accounts. So they will be tweeting all the wonderful events that are happening throughout the district. So remind them to come to something and tell you, so that, right, Patrick? So we're making sure that we're tweeting all those activities. But we want to make sure that we're using multiple measures and means of communicating to our families. So now to speak about Goal 3 and why it's so important is our Roxborough Middle School 6th grader, Michael Seaman. Michael is a student leader who was recently advocated. When he was, last year, he was a student at Boulevard. I'll tell you this little short story. And I visited Boulevard, and Michael told his teacher, he said, I needed to meet with Superintendent Dixon. And so I sat and met with Michael, and he said, Superintendent Dixon, you must do something about the crosswalk on Lee Road in Somerton. And I said, well, what should I do? He said, it's very dangerous, and our students are crossing, so you know, it's very dangerous, cars are not stopping, so I need you to do something. So I said, okay, I'll let you meet with our Assistant Business Director, George Petcat. I sent George an email, I copied Michael. Michael sent an email back that evening and said, thank you, Superintendent Dixon, signed Mr. Seaman. Go ahead, Michael.
Good morning. My name is Michael, and I will be attending Roxborough Middle School this school year. Dr. Dixon asked me to speak about goal number 3 of the strategic plan, student, parent, and community engagement and communication. That seems like a very big goal that covers a lot of different things. What I think it means is that everyone has to talk to each other and work together and listen, especially to students, so you can help them become successful. For the past 2 years, I've attended Boulevard Elementary School. I transferred to Boulevard from a private school so I could go to school in my neighborhood. But being a new student was difficult at the beginning. Sometimes the kids weren't so nice. Mr. Luton was my 4th grade teacher. And he always made me feel safe. He explained to me that bullying behavior was unacceptable and taught me the steps to do in those situations. I started helping out in the lunchroom cleaning up with Mr. Slaughter and Miss Walker, who gave me responsibilities. This helped me feel that I was a part of the school, and when you know it, after seeing what I was doing, other students wanted to do it as well. Mr. Sweeney was another teacher. He helped me feel comfortable at work. He always encouraged me whenever he saw me. He was in charge of the Young Gentlemen's Club. He got us involved in various activities after school, and this helped build positive relationships with other students.
He organized an after-school basketball game between Fairfax and Boulevard. And he allowed me to referee the game, knowing that playing the game wasn't my favorite activity. It was one of the best times that I had. Miss Merrick, my 5th grade teacher, she was awesome. She made special relationships with all the kids in my classroom and really got to know each of us. She was another teacher who really knew how to handle discipline in a way that never hurt a student's feelings. She knew I wanted to be a teacher, so she would allow me to come in early in the morning and help out. Situations would occur with other students, and I did not have to tell that she would know it and deal with it when she was quick about it. She also knew that writing was a struggle for me, so she spent 2 days after school with me and other students for 6 weeks, and I am now more confident in my writing skills. A lot of students, including me, would cross Lee Road at the corner of Somerton and Lee on our way to and from school. Mr. Burdine, our gym teacher, would meet us there. It was a difficult path to cross, even though buses and kids would cross there, cars would zoom by, and it seemed very dangerous. Also, there wasn't a crosswalk there. So I told Miss Merrick about it. She told me that Dr. Dixon was coming to our school soon to speak with her. When Dr. Dixon came to school a few days later, Miss Merrick allowed me to speak with her during my recess. I shared with Dr. Dixon my idea about building a crosswalk there. She listened to me and told me she was very appreciative that I spoke up. That evening, she sent me and my parents an email again thanking me for bringing the issue to her attention. She also said that she was going to have the Assistant Director of Business Services, Mr. Petcack, meet with me in the office after school the next day to start planning to build a crosswalk. Soon after that, we met with an architect and the Director of Public Works. This experience gave me hands-on education and taught me about all the things that go on into creating a crosswalk. I had no idea it took so many people and time to build a crosswalk. At one point, my mom suggested to Mr. Burdine that we get some orange paint and do it ourselves. It also made me feel as though my ideas mattered. Looking back over my last 2 years of school and how all the adults listened to me and made me feel comfortable, helped me feel good about Boulevard and work to do my best. So this is what goal number 3 means to me. I also have an idea that might help the school district meet this goal. Whenever a new student enters our district, it might be helpful if they receive a buddy to help them get used to their new school. New parents could also get a signed buddy. This would help build parent relationships and student relationships. Thank you for listening to me. I would like to end my speech by sharing something Dr. Seuss wrote. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot about something, nothing's ever going to get better. It's not. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now you understand what it was like when I had to sit with Michael one-on-one. Nice job, and I love that idea about a parent buddy and a student buddy. And we could tie it to goal 3, the communications team where you're listening. That's a good idea. Parent, PTA, listening. And we're fortunate to have our mayor and our city manager, because we talked about that crosswalk at Lear and Somerton. All right, we're coming together, we're coming together. So next, goal 4 is all about you, Tiger Nation. We have a specific goal that we're talking about valuing professionals in a culture, creating a culture of caring, quality, diverse, and collaborative. So we want to ensure that everyone understand and consistently demonstrate high expectations. We have to make sure that happens and increase and promote the experiential, educational, demographic diversity of Cleveland Heights University Heights staff. So with that, I would like to bring up our 4th student, and that is Akash Bartlett, who's a junior at Heights High. Akash is a member of my superintendent's cadre, the barbershop vocal group, and the Heights High Symphony. Akash, if you would come up, please.
Is this better? Okay. All right, my name's Akash Bartlett. I'm a junior next year at Heights High. I went to Fairfax, Roxborough, Heights, now Wiley. And I'm addressing all you teachers here for goal 4. So, I see him back there. So, my goal is valued professionals and a culture of excellence. So, and to be honest, I think this is the goal that we least need to work on. Here we got great teachers. All my teachers I've ever had have been amazing, and this really goal just goes without saying. You're gonna see a school, you're gonna expect them to have good teachers. So, and this goal, it addresses the contact point. You know, when your students come to school, the teachers are who they meet. The teachers are who their everyday official is. You know, all the other goals are more in the background, stuff that helps students, but the students can't see the effects and changes directly. But whereas this one, if this is done correctly, if all the teachers are great, the students will know it, and they'll know we're doing our job right. So this goal addresses all you teachers. It should be caring, quality, diverse, and collaborative. And to tell you the truth, if these aren't up to point, our students can't succeed. And I see this all the time. All my teachers from Fairfax, Roxborough Heights, all great. And then the culture of excellence. I'm a music student. I'm in the symphony, the choir, barbershop, all that stuff. Can't wait for next year. And but this is where you can really see our excellence. I feel one of the best ways. You can see our concerts, our Severance Hall, the home of the Cleveland Orchestra, and we pulled it off like professionals. So, and I think this is the goal, to be honest, that's most easy to achieve because we're already there. Thank you.
Thank you, Akash. So, to further illuminate just a few points about the culture of excellence with goal 4, again, we want to make sure our staff have high expectations, that we have ethical staff behavior, that we have responsibilities as community members, and remember, we're the 2nd largest employer in this Cleveland Heights University Heights school districts together. So we have 12 expected behaviors of each of our employees. So you're going to see this sheet that's going to come on Public Works, and they're not new expectations. They're not any new laws or nothing. These are expectations and rules that we have, but we want to make sure that all of our staff members know that they're valued, know that we're going to hold all our employees, including myself, I have to sign off on it because I report to the board, to high ethical standards. in everything that we do. So you'll hear more about this from your principals and your department heads, but we wanted to make sure that I touched on this just a little bit. For the most part, our staff members are doing everything that they're supposed to do at all times, and I appreciate that, as Akash stated. We have a great staff, you're doing great things, but we wanted to ensure the community and make sure the community understands that we are holding all of our employees to high ethical standards. So let's move to goal 5. Goal 5, and this is our last goal, is our operational resources, finance, technology, and facilities. So our district operations must, district operations more sustainable and have reduced costs. We have to decrease our costs. That's why these new facilities that we're building are more efficient so that we can ultimately reduce our costs long term. Community is well informed about the state of district operations. We are committed to being more transparent and making sure that information that people want to know about how well our students are doing and how well we're doing with our finances and our buildings, that we're making sure that we're updating our websites and that information is a click away for our community stakeholders. In the district, we'll create a future-ready network infrastructure, delivering adequate speeds for classroom technology for the next 7 years. That's part of it. We want to make sure that if we have new technology in our buildings, that you can access that technology. No one wants technology that you cannot use in the classroom, that's not fast. All of those are infrastructure, and it costs money to make sure that our buildings are wired appropriately. But we're committed to goal 5 in that way. And again, you'll hear some more information about that as we progress throughout the school year. So our last student speaker that will come and give us some information about Goal 5 is student Joyce Glenn. Joyce is a senior in the AVID program, an Agent of Change and Leadership program that mentors freshman students. So would Joyce please come?
Wow, I must say I'm really in awe right now. I'm not sure if it's because all of the teachers I've pretty much had my entire life are in this room, or if because the last time I walked across this stage, I was graduating from Wiley, and who knew I would be back here. So, first of all, welcome back. This school year is going to be great. As Dr. Dixon said, my name is Joyce Glenn, and I'm finally a senior. It's been a long road. I've been in the district. It's been a long road. I've been in the district for 11 years, starting at Fairfax, moving to Canterbury, Wiley, and now High Tide. I was invited here today to share with you some of the experiences and opportunities I've been able to have due to the district's well-rounded facilities, exceptional finances, and 21st century technology. Starting with facilities, you can always smell it on the ground level of the science wing. Even side, yep, the pool. My 9th grade year, I thought, hey, why not, and joined the swim team. And it's definitely been one of my best decisions to come from a hey, why not. I got to meet a lot of upperclassmen, gained a new skill, and made some amazing memories. From bonding with the team at pizza parties after Friday night swim meets, to begging the coach to let us skip morning practices. Being on the swim team has been one of my best experiences thus far. Moving on to finances, as most people know, the district has a plethora of clubs, one of which being the Minority Student Achievement Network, more commonly known as MSAN. I've been an MSAN member since sophomore year, and I've loved every minute of it. MSAN's goal is to close the achievement gap between minority and majority students. Through doing that, MSAN provides members with the opportunity to be the change they wish to see in the high school. From encouraging students to challenge themselves in academic courses, to meetings to discuss social issues relevant to members. However, my favorite memories of MSAN have been visiting the African American History Museum in Detroit, hearing Nikki Giovanni speak and show us her amazing Thug Life tattoo, but the experience I'll treasure the most is hearing the late Julian Bond speak at Kent State. I realize MSAN is also able to provide these phenomenal experiences because the district sees how important MSAN is and it provides it with the proper funding. And for that, I thank you. The last opportunity I'd like to share with you is AVID. which is a program geared towards students that can often slip under the radar but have superior academic potential than what they are displaying. AVID creates a 4-year program that yields nothing but college at the end. Speaking of college, due to AVID's helping hand, I have already taken my SAT, ACT, and started my Common App. AVID has also instilled courage and hope in me, so much so that I'm applying early decisions to Spelman College, my dream school. AVID is truly one of the best programs the district has to offer. Thank you all so much for allowing me to share my experiences with you, and have a great school year.
Thank you, Joyce. So those are our 5 goals, our mission, our vision, and our values. And you will hear more about that for the next 5 years into 2020. That's what you're going to hear about. So I'd like to transition and kind of, we're going to show this video about the strategic plan that was produced by Cynthia Barnes Booker in our communications department. And I think you'll find it motivational, because it shows just how this plan has already united us across the district. So we truly are coming together.
What's happening with strategic planning is, instead of getting in and all taking different routes and different directions, and sometimes going through detours and traffic and all of that, through strategic planning, you eliminate that, because you know what your destination is, and then you go about the work of being very specific in your planning.
Having a plan sets the tone for all the buildings in the district, and it gives us an opportunity to together reach that goal.
Here at Monticello, we feel that educators should be providing a rigorous, beneficial, and engaging curriculum equally to all of our students, so that they'll be successful, college ready, and life prepared to work anywhere in the world.
As teachers at Monticello, we're working together to construct lessons to empower students to actively participate. And that helps guide their own thinking, and for them to find their own voices as well.
To me, goal 1, the student outcomes, is kind of the reason why we are here in this district as teachers. And it's very important that when a student graduates from our schools, that they have the skills necessary to have many different choices with what they want to do next in their lives.
It's really important that we spend our time as teachers developing lessons for students to become active members in their learning.
Our district offers many tools and resources for these students. The biggest thing that we want to do is never leave a child left behind. Every child deserves an education, and they can get that education in the Cleveland Heights University Heights School District.
Some students may need some things that others do not. So realizing what the students need and being able to provide that for the students, I think will be helping them to become successful.
Here at Monticello Middle School, we are educating ELL students that come to us from different backgrounds and different cultures, where we're able to provide them with an equal education.
One of my main goals as a 5th grade teacher is to just make sure that, in general, all my students leave my classroom at the end of the year just in general a better person than they came here. That every student leaves me a better writer, a better reader, a better mathematician, a better scientist, no matter where they were when they came to me or when they first started.
If our students are prepared, we are setting our students up to be able to have a successful legacy.
I'm
actually part of a committee that's working on Goal 3, so we're really focusing on parent and community engagement, how we communicate with parents, how we work with our community partners to better forward kids' education.
Well, certainly fostering a relationship between a teacher and an individual student's parents is essential. I mean, I've worked with so many parents who have just been very happy to be more involved in the educational process.
Our kids need to know that their parents are invested in their education and that the community is invested.
Feeling supported, I think, is one of the most important things, period, for a child to grow and to be functional within the society.
The way I get my parents, in the beginning of the year, I put out a newsletter and say that I need them. I feel like that we're a community in the classroom where the parents and myself work together to make the kids grow in reading and writing and math.
It is important that the district attracts quality teachers because they are the people that have the most interactions with our students.
I appreciate the higher education and professional development that teachers get here at Cleveland Heights. There are so many opportunities to gain knowledge as a teacher, to learn new strategies and to collaborate.
We must have highly qualified teachers and a caring and supportive support staff to ensure that our students are in good hands at all times.
The importance of Goal 5 is to make sure that we are up to date and ready to go in the 21st century so our students are not left behind.
The more opportunities we give students to learn with technology and to just explore and play with it is so beneficial for their future.
Wow, thank you, Cynthia. So I kind of leave you again. When I first came to this district, I knew I was in the right place. This is a district that had so much enthusiasm, although I must say that first meeting was a little scary and a little intimidating. But as throughout the year, I've grown to really know many of you and really know that I am in the right place and we have the right people on the team to move this district forward. So I thank you, and just give yourselves a round of applause. So now we're going to transition real quick to some few important recognitions at this time. So we have a highly qualified teaching staff, and recently some of our teachers completed rigorous training to become master teachers. So tell us some more about that. I would like to bring up Ms. Carlene Sod, our Master Teacher Committee Chair.
Good morning, Tiger Nation. Well, after listening to these student speakers and seeing this video presentation, I'm so charged and motivated to providing our students with that excellent education, because that's really something that was provided to me. I am a lifelong Tiger, starting my career at Noble Elementary School and trusting the next generation, my children, that are Tigers and Tigerettes here now. There's always been excellence here, and charging and moving forward and passing that to my children, and that legacy is something that's so important to me. Mrs. Billa, Mr. Ari Klein, Eileen Lynette, Mr. Skasny that I saw outside, Linda Smith-Peterson, these were my teachers. That's where that legacy transcends and makes me so proud to be here. The inaugural CHUH Master Teacher Committee was convened in 2010. And the charge of this group was to set up the system for teachers in our district to apply for and earn master teacher status as defined by the state of Ohio. The definition that they worked from was, a master teacher demonstrates excellence inside and outside of the classroom through consistent leadership and focused collaboration to maximize student learning. A master teacher strives for distinguished teaching and continued professional growth as specified by the standards for Ohio teachers. Since then, 42 CHUH teachers have earned the master teacher designation. After almost the entire school year of preparing, candidates submitted a portfolio for scoring. In the end, 7 additional teachers demonstrated that their work was master teacher caliber, as set forth by the state guidelines. We would like to honor them now with a plaque that will hang in their buildings. They will also be invited to the September 1st board meeting to be recognized. Please hold your applause until all teachers are recognized. Will the following master teachers please join me on stage? From Cleveland Heights High School, Vicki Larkins Forte. And for successfully renewing their initial master teacher designation, Catherine Lawrence, Cleveland Heights High School, Melissa Strauss, Cleveland Heights High School, Yolanda Harris, Monticello Middle School, Lorna Askew, Monticello Middle School, Leah Radke, Monticello Middle School. If you're here, come join me on stage and get your plaque. Oh, Leah Radke, Roxborough Middle School. And myself from Boulevard Elementary School. Congratulations to our designated Ohio master teachers. Thank you. Give them another round of applause. Our 2015 master teacher class.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? Yes. So as we come to an end, I would like to recognize our new teachers. We have 20 new teachers this year. Can those new teachers please stand, please? They're going to be recognized. Welcome to Tiger Nation. Woo. Okay. So thank you. I'd like to recognize any other new staff members. We have some of our central office staff members. Thank you for your accomplishments. And I'll also, on that note, like to introduce our new assistant superintendent, Mrs. Felicia Gould, who's on stage. Ms. Gould began her career as a high school biology teacher. She loves science. In the Akron City Schools before she was promoted to a middle school principal and a high school principal. And she's received numerous awards and holds several degrees. And we're thrilled to have her to join us in Tiger Nation. So let's give Ms. Gould a round of applause. She's on stage so they can see you. Okay, so our last but not least, before we head back to our respective buildings, I'd like to introduce a wonderful group of performers who are here to close out this convocation. And it's a group of former graduates. They're graduates of Heights High who are former barbershoppers who have comprised a group called Elegy. So I would like to welcome those students to the stage. Heights High alumni, Elegy, would you please come forward?
On? Is it on? Yeah. Everyone can hear me? Yeah?
Good morning, everybody. So it is just a privilege for us to be here with you guys. My name is Caleb Wright. I went to Boulevard Elementary School, Monticello Middle School, and Heights High. I graduated in 2009. And on to you.
Hi, my name is Mista. I graduated Cleveland Heights 2011. I was actually only there for 3 years. And I did not go to any Heights Middle School, so hey, everybody I've never met.
My name is Michael Hives. I came to Cleveland Heights in 5th grade, started at Garrity, and then went to Wiley Middle School, so this is my stomping grounds, and graduated from Heights in 2009 with Caleb. Yep.
So this morning, we're just gonna sing a few different songs for you guys. You know, when we were at our time during the district, we were in the Heights Gospel Choir, we were in Heights Singers, we were in Heights Barbershop. Michael and I were actually in the original Heights Barbershop. And we were also in the Heights Gospel Choir. And you know, we wanted to just give you a piece of all of that today. So we hope you really like what you hear. Our 4th member, Brian Barron, is not with us, but he was very strong for the district and also a Wiley Middle School and Heights alumni class of 2011. So we're gonna sing a few songs for you guys and we hope you like it. So we're gonna try to touch on everything. And you know, it's really important for us to touch on everything simply because if we don't continue to support the arts in our own community, it will not turn around. The fact that we're able to come back and perform for you guys today is simply because of all of the support that we got while we were here. So thank you guys so much. And I would also, just before we start, like to give a special recognition to Ann Wilson, who has been playing in Cleveland Heights for the past 7 years. And, you know, she has been awesome for any music student. If you were a vocal music student in Cleveland Heights in the past 7 years, Miss Wilson has helped you. She's either played for you, rehearsed for you, played for your play, helped you with your song. You know, we have to keep this type of excellence up, and Ann provides it at all times, so give her another hand. So, this first song for you guys is called On the Willows from Godspell.
On the willows there, we hung up our lives, and our captors there required of us songs, and our tormentors mirth. On the willows there, we hung up our lives, and our captors there required of us songs, and our tormentors mirth. Sing, sing us one of the songs of Zion. Sing us one of the songs of Zion. Sing us one of the songs of Zion. But how can we sing?
How can we
sing the Lord's song in a foreign land. Willows there, we hung up our lives.
Thank you guys so much. If you guys could give Ann Wilson another hand. And right now, we're going to call out another one of our Heights alumni, Mr. Philip K. Jones from the class of 2000, and we're going to switch it up for you guys. So this next song we're going to sing for you guys is called Strange, and it's really fast and jazzy, and you know, this little piece is representing the Heights Gospel Choir, which, as you know, has been in standing for 40 years now, which my Uncle Willie actually started, and we are going to give you guys this next song. So it's called Strange. Hope you like it.
Strange, my burden's lighter. Strange, my pathway's brighter. Ever since the Lord came and took control, I feel brand new, and so will you if you let the Lord come into your life. Strange, my burden's lighter. Strange, my pathway's brighter. Ever since the Lord came and took control, I feel brand new, and so will you if you let the Lord come into your life. Mountain's not so high, and the valley is not so low. Road is not so rough, and the going's not so tough. Ever since the Lord Jesus saved me, I'm so very glad that you gave me joy in place of sorrow. Hope, hope for tomorrow. Ever since the Lord came and took control, I feel brand new, and so will you if you let the Lord come into your life. Life, mountains not so high, and the valley's not so low. Road is not so rough, and the going's not so tough. Oh, ever since the Lord Jesus saved my soul, I'm so very glad that He gave to me. Oh, yeah. Joy in place of sorrow. Hope, hope for tomorrow. Ever since the Lord came and took control. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I feel brand new, and so will you if you let the Lord come into your life. If you let the Lord come into your life.
So this next song, for you guys' school year, this next song is really important. So this next song is called Come Together, and I think you guys might know it, but it's so important because in order to have success, we must be together and we must embrace each other. So this is Come Together by the Beatles. Hope you like it.
Here come on flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju up, boy, he one holy roller. He got held down to his knees. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. Hey. He wear no shoe shine, he got toe jam football, he got monkey finger, he got shoot the cola, he got way down to his knees. Hard to be good looking cause he's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. Hey. He back production, he got Walrus gumboot, he got oh no sideboard, he won spinal cracker, he's got feet down below his knees. Hold you in his arms so you can feel his disease. Come together right now over me. He roller coaster, he got muddy water, he got early warning, he got mojo filter, he got 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. Got to be good looking cause he's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. Come together. Come together. Oh, oh yeah. Come together. Oh, oh, oh. Come together.
Now, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
This last final song we're going to sing for you guys, we really think that you guys will probably know it. So this one, we want you to get loose, clap your hands, relax, because I know school's about to start, so this might be the last chance. So enjoy it.
This is
For a while, till love was all we could do. We were young and we knew, and our eyes were alive. Deep inside we knew our love was true. For a while, we tried to find what we had, till sadness was all we shared. We were scared this affair would lead our love into something happened along the way,
and yesterday was all we had.
Come on, y'all, put your hands together.
Something happened along the way.
Oh, yesterday was all we had.
After the love is gone, how could you lead me on and not let me stay around? Oh, oh, oh. After the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong. Can love that's lost be found?
For a while, was paying no mind to the past. Till sadness was all we shared. We were scared, never knew that what was wrong.
Oh, baby.
Wasn't right. We tried to find what we had. Till sadness all we shared. We were scared. This affair will lead our love into
Something happened along the way.
and yesterday was all we had.
Something happened along the way.
What used to be happy was sad.
Something happened along the way.
Oh, and yesterday was all we had. And oh,
After the love is gone, how could you lead me on and not let me stay around? Oh, oh, oh. After the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong.
That's right, y'all.
Can love that's lost be found? Oh, 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 oh. After the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong. Can love that's lost be found? After the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong. Can love that's lost be found?
Please give a big round of applause for Mr. Philip Jones over here on the piano. Class of 2000. Sing with us.
Oh,